Still here at the church. I did a live maybe about 2 hours ago, and we're still here. And Louis woke up and saw me live, and so after I I ended the live, like 10 minutes later, he's at the front door of the church because he lives not too far away. And he was, hey, I saw that you were there. So all of a sudden he's like, I'm at the front door. So I let him in. So he cut that out on his own. He just stained it. So now he's putting it up. Sanctuary. It's nice. And then look what he gave me for my birthday. That cool or what? So he made that, and then there's this other one. It's gonna hang above here, above the cafe that we're doing. This is the light, guys, that we use for the devotionals. So it goes real high. See? It goes really bright if I want it to be. Usually I have it. So anyways, I know we're going to do a devotional. It's getting a little late. I have no idea if we are going to do a devotion now. Sharon's been doing a lot of work. It's at this time of the year that we have to get all the, what's it called? Everybody that gave throughout the year, we have to give them a thing for their taxes. So she's been working on that the whole evening, and probably tomorrow and the next day after that. So that looks good. No, the left side's a little lower.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully, we'll get to get you a devotional today. Or something. It's getting late. What time is it? You have a watch?
Yeah, it's gonna be 11:30.
Oh,
Or less than a minute.
it's gonna be 11:30. Wow. So, guys, we're gonna try our hardest to get you a devotional, but if we don't, I wanted to do these little short videos. That way, you have something. I apologize, man. I know sometimes it seems like we don't do them, but yeah. All right, guys. Bye. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, it's nighttime for us.
I know.
It's actually Tuesday night for us.
Morning time for you guys.
Yeah. So we are leaving Modesto right now.
Well, it's actually morning.
Oh, yeah. It's 12:22 in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
yeah. So I just want to make sure my defroster's on because, oh man, I just turned it off.
Turn your defroster and I will turn my seat warmer on because it is cold.
So guys, I did a little short video when Louis was putting up the sign. And then, like I said, man, I don't know. It's getting late. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a devotional. And then I remembered I bought this phone holder when we went to Yarrington and Reno in case we had to do a video in the car. And I was like, oh, wait, we got that holder.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do a devotional on the road as we're heading home.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
So today started off slow.
Well, it was your birthday.
Yeah. So we just hung out on the couch, chilled.
For like
A few hours?
no,
Like 2 hours?
an hour and a half.
Yeah. And then we made our way to Modesto because things had to be done.
Yeah, we had a lot of Guys, as you guys know, it's the end of the year, and every end and beginning of the year is always, you get to tax season, you get a lot of things have to be done. So, but this year I have help, and I'm really, really excited that I have, some help from an amazing sister that actually does some of this stuff. So I'm really, really excited about that.
And then while you were doing that, I was, because you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because, and it's kind of like me lagging, but every time we do these devotionals, I never fill in the description box. I never put in the tag words that allows the algorithms to make it easier for people to find our channel.
Yeah.
So I had to do it one by one for like the last 7 months.
Oh, wow.
Every live, every service, every devotional. But I did it, you know what I mean? That's what I was doing. And then after I finished, I went live. I went to the lobby and went live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I hung out with some of the peeps.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really, really good. Yeah, we ended up getting, I was looking into some new software and stuff that is possibly gonna, help the church out, and stuff. But, and then just getting some stuff done, and then Louis showed up.
Well, he saw me live.
Oh, we did? So he knew you were there at the church.
Yeah, so I guess he woke up as I was finishing the live, and he had taken a nap or something, and he got in his car, because he lives like, 6-7 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing you know, when I went off the live, I got a text, and he goes, "Hey, are you at the church?" "I'm here at the church."
Oh.
So he was up front. So that's
awesome.
when
Yeah.
he likes to stay busy, man. That brother, he stays busy because he knows we had those signs and they got to be put up, and so he came. He started staining them. And
Yeah. I'm really, really excited about those signs.
yeah.
There's a lot going on. Oh, yay. I can see myself more. I have a hat on, guys.
I can see me.
But, I had asked you if we can talk about a certain subject, so I don't know if that's something that,
Yeah, I don't mind, but when I went online, babe, I told them, I said, it's been a long time since I've been live. And I was like, I almost feel like, I said, the reason I stopped going live so much was because we already do Monday through Friday devotionals.
Yeah.
And then we do Wednesday Bible study, and then we do Sunday service. And I'm like, man, they're tired of hearing from us. I'm like, I feel like I'm overdoing it. And I was like, that's why I haven't gone live. And it was, some people were really nice. They're like, no, man, we like to go live because it's different. The dynamic's different,
Yeah.
Because the Bible study, yeah, it's interactive, but it's about the Bible study. And then Sunday, obviously, I'm on the stage, you know what I mean? So it was cool. It was cool. I was asking people where they were from. I was asking people, I was like, do you guys have a home church? Or is this your church? Or, just kind of getting to know the dynamic of who it is that watches us,
Yeah.
Some of them had churches, and some of them said, this is my church.
I really, really enjoyed yesterday's devotional.
Why? What do you mean?
It was just interesting.
Oh, the caveman thing.
Yeah, the caveman and the dinosaurs. It was just interesting because it really just it makes you think.
Yeah.
It's those kind of devotionals that kind of make you, it's the things that make you go,
Yeah. Actually, I wanted to add something to it before we go into today's subject.
Yeah, go for it.
Guys, when I woke up, I watched a few videos, and I wanted to get different points of views. I had never sought other pastors or other leaders to think what they thought about dinosaurs. I've never done it.
Yeah.
The stuff I was saying was stuff that were just my opinion, things I thought of in my head.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because a lot of pastors were saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But this is to add, and I could be wrong. That's the thing. I don't have a problem saying I could be wrong, But something jumped out at me is that and I'm going to start with Noah first, right?
Okay.
Guys, remember after the flood? After the flood, when the waters receded, the Bible says that the Lord told Noah to be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, right? Which made sense, guys, right? Because everything was dead. There was no plants, no fruit, no vegetables. So it makes sense that he used the word replenish, because the earth was plenished by the flood. So he had to replenish. Now check this out, though. Is that, you know how I was saying that dinosaurs could have been before Adam and Eve, that's why the earth was void and black, because maybe a meteor did hit or something, so the earth was completely void. But it's interesting, the same words told to Moses, he told Adam, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
Yeah.
And we're just like, why would God say to replenish if everything was brand new?
Yeah.
Why did he use the word replenish? Indicating that it's possible that the earth was already plenished in order to be replenished, which almost follows along with my thought. But again, it's just my opinion. You know, I'm just a pastor, you know, so, but it was just interesting. Remember, we were tripping out.
Yeah.
I never caught that word where the Lord told Adam to replenish the earth. And I'm like, why would he say that? Anyways, I wanted to add that to yesterday's. In case you don't know, we were talking about dinosaurs and cavemen. But anyways, how do you want to bring it up?
How do you want to bring it up?
I know he's gonna watch, so I'm just gonna be straight up pretty much. There's a brother, guys, and I want to say this because I truly was hurt, because I feel I didn't deserve that. But there's a brother who I don't know him, I just know him through messages and emails, and that's it. But he seemed like a solid brother. Like, you know, he knows some stuff, and he would quote scripture, and he would give his opinion, and even if his opinion differed, he always said it very respectfully. You know, so
Constantly.
yeah. Sometimes 2 or 3 emails every day. It was a little excessive, but I mean, praise God. I don't know the guy's situation. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I wasn't going to judge it, you know? I'm just like, oh, that's weird, because there'd be long emails. But anyways, guys, you know how yesterday, toward the end of the devotional, we both shared about people that had COVID and they're struggling through the symptoms. And we gave suggestions on how we helped ourselves when we had COVID and what helped through the symptoms.
But it wasn't even so much just COVID related. We just talked about just in general, just taking care of yourselves, and maybe just, you know, caring for ourselves in general, just taking vitamins and just staying strong and loving ourselves, you know, to stay strong, you know?
Yeah.
Health-wise.
So it's like, here's the thing about COVID, though, is that you have to treat the symptoms, you know? And that's all we were saying. And so all of a sudden I get an email, and obviously, this is sarcastic because he called the email Dr. Pastor. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. And basically, you know, attacked me, said that I'm not a doctor, that
called us, both of us.
What's that?
Called us both the same thing.
Yeah, that we're not doctors, so why are we giving advice? We need to send people to doctors and tell them to get vaccinated. And then said I'm ignorant. That he goes, you know a lot of things, but when it comes to this, you're very ignorant. And I'm like, why would you say that to another man? Like, I've never, ever, even if I thought any of his emails were ignorant, I would have never said that. Because you don't know me, you know? I would never say that to somebody, you know? And first of all, I'm like, this is weird, because most of the people we know that have COVID right now are vaccinated.
Yeah.
For some reason, he thought, or I don't know what made them think that people at our church are not vaccinated. You know what? It's none of my business. Some are, some aren't. I don't force people to not do it. I don't force people to do it. I don't micromanage anybody's life.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the honest truth is, everybody that we have been taking medicine to are vaccinated. So the very fact that he said I'm ignorant and these people need to get vaccinated, I mean, that doesn't make sense. Actually, you're the one that's ignorant. That was an ignorant statement. Because to say that and to assume that, I don't even know why that assumption would happen. As if I got control over everybody. You know what I mean? You don't even know if I'm vaccinated or not. Because I never make it nobody's business.
No, we don't. We're not here to make it about that. We have always stated that we don't bring politics. We don't bring none of that stuff to the pulpit, and we never have.
Yeah, and I just thought it's weird because he called me ignorant, because ignorant actually means to be completely ignorant of a subject, right? Well, he doesn't know whether people are vaccinated or not, which everybody does have COVID right now. Currently, they are vaccinated, so you're ignorant because you didn't know. And secondly, you don't know if I am or not because I don't make it your business. I don't even talk politics. You don't even know who I voted for. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, man. You're ignorant, honestly. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth, and it was very hurtful. And I'm just like, wow, that's messed up, man, because we've been corresponding back and forth for a few months. You know what I mean? And you're going to get mad or angry or call me ignorant because we shared how we got over COVID, the symptoms. Because whether you're vaccinated or not, the symptoms are the symptoms. If you have a fever, you need to take a fever reducer. You need to boost up your vitamins. You need to boost up your immunity. You need to take these things that help. If you have phlegm, you need to take Mucinex with lots of water. That is not. If that stuff is needed by a doctor, then why do they sell it over the counter?
All the stuff that we've been mentioning has been the stuff that we have been driving around taking to a lot of these people the last few months. This is stuff that we have personally have driven around. A lot of the people on here have given towards, making bags to take families who are in need of some of this stuff. And we have driven around, and this is what we do. I don't know if this is something that you've even done for some of the people.
For one person.
For anybody. If you have, praise God, continue to do it, because instead of taking the time of sending 5 or 6 emails and telling us of how we're doing things wrong, why don't you take that time to do something right instead of spending time telling us how we're doing things wrong?
It's funny because people that watch football, they have their hands in the Doritos, drinking beer, sitting there with a tight shirt with their belly showing on the couch, yelling at fit athletes on telling them how to make a touchdown. And sometimes that happens in ministry. All you do is sit on the couch or on the keyboard and criticize how people that are out in the streets or people that are out in ministry on the front lines trying to tell them how to do it. And it's like, here's the thing, man. We're pastors of real people. These are families. These are husbands and wives and children that are sick. And here's another thing that I just thought of, man. We were never saying, hey, take this stuff to avoid getting COVID. Because the very fact that he said, quit telling them what to do and have them get vaccinated. They have COVID.
Yeah.
So, again, ignorance. Again. That's very ignorant because everybody knows. Everybody knows. My daughter is a nurse. When somebody has COVID, you treat the symptoms because it's the symptoms that kill you. It's the aftermath of the symptoms, what it attacks, But anyways, guys, I didn't really want to talk about it, but I don't mind. But, you know, Sharon said, we need to talk about it, you know? And I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. That's cool.
Well, you know what? I think, you know, we have to keep things real, guys, on this channel. And this was part of our, you know, this is part of what took place today. And a lot of the times, you know, we want to share, you know, part of our lives and keep things real with you guys and not sugarcoat things. If we always don't share the things that happen, how do we learn from them? How do we ever learn certain circumstances or situations if you guys don't know? And these are just some of the things that we go through, and I think it's important that you guys are aware of some of them.
Yeah, I just thought it was the weirdest thing that there's...
It's sad,
you know, there's a lot of things, babe, that you've learned about me from the beginning, right? I don't like when people assume.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Because even times, scenarios that come up, I'm like, babe, let's not assume. We don't know.
Absolutely.
Don't I always say that?
Yeah.
So the very fact that somebody assumed that somehow I can control people, as if I tell the congregation not to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
I have never said anything, much less in person, much less off camera, much less on camera. So for him to assume that was very ignorant.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm not vaccinated. Maybe I get vaccinated every week. Maybe I really like it. Maybe I got 15 vaccinations. You know, you don't know, because I don't make it your business. You know, like our ministry is very public. My Facebook is very public. There's certain things. There's nothing wrong with certain things being private between me, my wife, and my family. I don't have to make everything public, because I don't ever want to say, I voted this way, voted that way, got vaccinated, didn't get vaccinated, because I don't want to, what's the word? I don't want to influence any way.
Yeah, it's almost like in a marriage, guys. You know, one of the worst things a woman can do in a marriage, or a man can do in a marriage, is share with, you know, men, or share with women about your spouse. You know, about the things that take place within your marriage. You know, those are things that are very sacred. Those are things that are to be kept within a marriage, you know. The moment you want to go off with your girlfriends and start sharing, you know, the things that take place, you know, in your bedroom with your girlfriends, you know, that's a big no-no. You know, those are the things that, you know, you keep sacred between you and your husband, you know, and, you know, all you're doing is making you're making eye candy for that person. And you got to be very careful with the things that you do, the things that you share, you know. So, you know, that's one thing I've always learned. Use wisdom in the things that you share, the things that you keep private, you know. That's why modesty in how we portray ourselves as women and men, you know, is important. It's very, very important.
Yeah, you know, because I always thought in the very beginning, when this whole pandemic started, I said, you know what? Or actually, when the shot thing started, you know,
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything, because I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not, you know, and I know both sides believe they know more than the other side. You know, but I'm smart enough to say I don't know everything.
Yeah, and we never did share anything until we went through it.
Yeah, so my thing is, like, I'm not going to tell people to get it or not get it, because if I tell them don't get it and they get sick and die, that's on me.
Yeah.
And if I tell them to get it and then all of a sudden people later on get sick and die,
Yeah.
then they're going to look, he right here on video 600, whatever. No, man, you ain't going to get You are not gonna catch me slipping like that.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's a huge responsibility in our lives and the things that we do.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna say nothing. So it's just weird that somebody would assume that.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I was. You know, I kind of like I never met the guy, but I thought the back and forth, you know, emails and whatnot, I thought it was in a friendly way, but apparently not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's but my bad. You know what I mean? I'm bad. My bad that I thought you were a friend. You know what I mean? Somehow, some way, I thought we were building a rapport. But you know, somebody calls me ignorance. You ain't my friend, man. You ain't my friend.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, man, guys, you know, we just want you to, like Sharon said, use this in a way. You got to be real careful on how you talk to people and what you say and what you say publicly and what you don't, and keep in mind what you say. And because if not, then if you're always saying something different, people will find those videos and say, look, he's contradicting himself.
Yeah.
They will find those videos, you know, especially on a public platforms like this. So you got
They'll
to
use it against you.
yeah, so you got to stand your ground, stay neutral when you need to be stay neutral. You know, it's like, I don't get into that stuff. You know where I won't stay neutral? When it comes to Christ. I don't have any problem saying that Jesus is God. I don't have any problem that saying these other religions are false. I don't have any problem saying those are false gods and false idols. Jesus is the only one. That's where I won't stay neutral.
Yeah, and that's where you shouldn't.
But the rest,
Yeah.
that stuff don't matter, man. That stuff don't matter. You know, our thing is to introduce people to Jesus. That's it.
You know, there's a saying that my mom would always say. She would always say, like, you stay quiet when you should speak up, and you speak up when you should, you know,
Yeah.
when you should be quiet. And truly, it's the truth. A lot of the times, you know, it's like we fight when we shouldn't be, and when we shouldn't be, we're out there, you know, being the biggest loudmouth, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, like David said, don't be contradicting, you know. Don't justify, don't contradict, and use wisdom in all that you do, in what we say, and just don't put yourself in a situation where later on you're gonna just dig a deeper hole for yourself, guys, and you're just not gonna be able to get yourself out of that hole. You're gonna put your foot in your mouth, whichever way that you want to put it. Just don't get yourself there. It's not worth it.
Yeah, you know, and you know,
burn bridges like that.
I want to say this too, guys, is that I spent my whole life in conflict. You know, when I was 16, I started gangbanging, and I gangbanged and claimed what I claimed all the way till I was 32. That's 16 years of conflict in my life. 16 years.
Yeah, it's a long
of straight
time.
conflict, of being, you know, with drug dealers and gang members. And I was a gang member and a drug dealer myself, and connected with prison gangs and friends in prison. And so when I gave my life to the Lord, I wanted peace in my life. That is why, like, I don't have my Facebook for debates. You know that. I'll just kick people off, because that's my Facebook. That's my world. This whole world is chaotic. I don't have to make my own personal platforms chaotic. Same thing with Facebook, same thing with Messenger, same thing with YouTube channel. I'll block people in a second. You know what I mean? Because I've had a life of conflict, more than a lot of people could ever have in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I just don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't have to have it. This is my world. That's the beauty about having your own YouTube channel and your own Facebook and your own Instagram, is that's your world. You don't have to have people attacking you. You don't have to have all that, because the world's already attacking you. That's your little corner of your little world, and you can make it what you want. Some people like debating.
Yeah.
There's professional debaters, and they like that, and that's fine. But that ain't me. You know what I mean?
You don't have to deal with it.
I don't have to deal with it. I just follow Jesus, love Jesus. I love my family. I love my wife. You know, I love my church family, including many of you. You're the church family, and I'm here for you. You know, I'm not here to convince the world of anything. I'm here to be a teacher for those that the Lord has brought for me to teach. And that's it. I'm not trying to extend any further than that. And every person that comes, it's because the Lord brought them, and that's it. I don't have to win nobody's heart, nobody's life. I just win people over to Jesus, and that's it. It's real simple, I'm not a life coach. I'm not your doctor. I'm not anything. But if I went through something, as Sharon, we went through COVID, we know what helped us. And we're just going to share that.
Those are just, part of testimonies.
Yeah.
It's part of our testimony. It's just part of, if you were a trainer and, you knew how to do something, wouldn't you want to train somebody?
I'm all red.
Because
that person's...
Because of the lights.
Yeah.
If you were a baker, I bake, and I'm going to teach somebody to make a cake. I'm going to teach them. That's what you do. You give them a recipe and you teach them how to bake. This is what it's about. We go through something and we share what we go through. This is what it's about. It's relevant Bible talk. We make things relevant to our life. And this is why you come. If you don't want to hear it, then don't come onto the channel. Like David says, there's millions and millions and millions of channels out there.
Yeah, why would you waste your life listening?
Click off of it.
I don't waste my time listening to channels I don't like. That's weird. That's a straight weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, serious. Like, I barely have time to watch YouTube. So what? I'm gonna waste it watching things I disagree with? No, I watch channels that I like, that I'm gonna learn from.
Things that I'm gonna learn from, things that I'm gonna be encouraged by, and that I enjoy. Because you know what? There's only 24 hours a day.
Yeah. And
my time is very, very precious, because if I'm not gonna watch something that is gonna edify me, if I'm not gonna watch something that I'm going to be encouraged by, because time is precious. If we're not spending time on something that we are going to learn from and that we're going to take and be able to help others with, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe you can find a channel that you're going to be edified by.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry that we're not the ones that are edifying you. Find a channel that will edify you.
Yeah.
And with that, I guess we'll say, God bless you. And guys, we love you guys. Yeah. We love you guys, and thank you. And babe, I'm sorry that hey, on your 50th birthday, that somebody
called me ignorant.
Somebody ignorant found you ignorant when it was just their ignorance that
I'm
really,
like, that's
truly...
a nice thing to wake up to. But I guess it comes down to this, guys, okay? Maybe because of the life I came from, maybe because I was incarcerated, is respect is everything in prison, guys. Disrespect will get you killed. And even before prison, I was always a man that my parents raised me. And I think that extended to the homeboys, is that you never talk to somebody in a way you never talk to somebody in the way you want to be talked to. And I've never done that. I don't disrespect people. I did in the past if they were my enemy. If they were my enemy, then, they're no holds barred. I could care less about that person back then. So I'm a man. I don't go around disrespecting people. There's people that have been around some of the brothers and sisters at my church that I do not respect at all, because I see their walk. But you know what I don't do? I don't name call. I don't call them ignorant. I don't call them idiots or stupid or whatever. Why? Because I don't want to be talked to like that. I'm a grown man. I ain't no teenager.
Even though they do some of those things.
Yeah,
I'm some very idiotic things. But guess what? We don't do none of those things.
I'm a grown man, and I have a feeling that brother is not a kid. You're a grown man too. We're not kids. You're not a teenager. You can't go and call another grown man ignorant, especially if I never am like that with anybody. I purposely talk to people the way I want to be spoken to. Even when I felt his emails were excessive, did I get disrespectful? No, I said, brother, you're sending a lot of emails, and this is the church staff email. Yeah. Like everybody, you're emailing 4, 5, 6 times a day. And
I said it to him too.
And everybody on the staff is getting it. Can you please stop, because you're blowing everybody's phone up? you know, and he's like, oh, I didn't know. I could have came at him wrong, but why would I do that to a grown man? I got to speak to people the way I want to be spoken to.
Yes.
So then I get called ignorant. That's messed up because, you know, I don't operate that way, and nor do I communicate that way. So all I want is that back, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know. So anyways, guys, we're going to end this devotional or rant. I don't know what you want to call it, but see what happens when you get me driving and doing a video at the same time.
But I guess what can be taken from this, guys, is that, you know, respect is reciprocated when it's given. And it's important because we should never act out of malice and expect somebody to give you respect back if we don't give that. And I think it's important that that we give respect if we expect it back.
Yeah.
So and sometimes, you know what, guys, I'll be honest, sometimes it's better to give respect at all times, even if you're not going to get it back, and just walk away.
Yeah.
Because it's better not to be that lesser person.
But even if the person comes back and says, "Oh, you took it wrong," you know, and I'm like, "What you call me that?" You know, I don't.
You don't need that person.
I don't
in your
need
life
you as my
anyways.
friend. I got some real brothers in my life.
Yeah.
I got some solid brothers in my life that we do everything we can for them, and they'll do everything they can for us, and we're family, you know, and that's it, you know. So.
Absolutely.
But those of you, man, that are solid with us, I've never claimed to be perfect, but I do claim something true. I claim Christ because he's perfect. And you are our family. You guys are our friends. We do this channel for you. We don't do this channel for anybody else. We do it for you guys.
Yeah, we do.
And that's it, you know. And
even if we're in the car on the way home, and even if we're tired, and even if we're yawning, and even if we're cold, it doesn't matter, guys. No matter what, we do our best. We definitely do our best to be here for you guys. We love you guys. We absolutely do. And you guys know we will always do our best, okay?
I know the last time something like, I want to end it with this. The last time something like this happened, this brother actually, we were in the cabin, and he got kind of smart with me. And he was from Modesto. You know, and I said, brother, I don't even know why you're coming at me like that, because he had heard somebody like you know, people here, and he attacked me for teaching false doctrine or something like that. And I said, why don't you come to the church? Remember? So guess what? He took my challenge. He showed up to the church. You know what happened? When he walked into the sanctuary, it was a Sunday morning. He came to confront me. And when he walked into the sanctuary, he said his whole body started shaking. He felt the Holy Ghost like he had never felt it before. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And by the time he reached me, he was weeping. And he gave me a hug. He goes, I need a hug you, brother. He goes, you are a man of God. I'm so sorry. He goes, everything that somebody told me, I found out wasn't even true. And he watched the videos and went back to watch the videos, and
yeah.
He was judging me based on hearsay of what he thought I taught, and when he heard, remember that? Mm-hmm. And he was so apologetic, and we shook hands, and I gave him a hug, and he just messaged me the other day, remember? Mm-hmm. You know, and I mean, he belongs to another ministry and everything, but man, it's been nothing but peaceful with him.
Yeah. Ever
since then, you know. So anyways, guys, I'll let you guys go. God bless you. Have a good morning. Have a great morning. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Sure will.
Alrighty.
Love you guys. Bye. Enjoy your coffee.
Bye.